He also shoots.
Yeah. So the story, it's true story of this. There was a settlement called Poria, and Rabbi Kook did a trip through. He stepped out of his office and his Beit Midrash and his community to go visit the settlers. Now that's a controversial thing on its own because in his time it was the early 20th century in Israel, and they were seen as horrible Torah desecrators. The new settlers, the new settlement. Rabbi Kook wanted to try to forge a connection with them in some capacity. So he actually convinced other rabbis to go along with him for a trip through the settlements to bring strength to the settlers. And according to Rav Kook was to learn from them as well. So as the story goes, he arrived at this settlement called Poria, which had 60 settlers there, Sabbath desecrators, non-kosher, everything. And when he got there, they were very excited to see him because Rav Kook was welcoming and inviting, and Rav Kook they started to dance with him and the other rabbis, and then Rav Kook in between started to teach them different things, So dancing, teaching. At a certain point, Rabbi Kook goes to one of the security guards there who had a scarf around his head, and he took his scarf and took his rabbinic hat and gave it to the security guard. He says, "I'm going to put on your clothes. I'm going to put on your hat. I want you to put on my hat." And he said, "The message is just as we share our hats with each other, so should we share our hearts." That was a beautiful message, on multiple fronts in terms of peace, because peace is hard to achieve. One way to do it is, first of all, to step outside of your comfort zone. Of Kook left to join others, to be there with them. Number two, number three, which is the greatest part of the story, is that he's willing to try on their hat. That's hard to do. Be able to get in the other's perspective, to see things from their place, to see the good in other people. That's what Rav Kook tried to do with the settlers. He tried to see what good they were doing. They had nationalistic ideals. They wanted to do things to help Am Yisrael. They were desecrating Sabbath, but they had ideals, and he wanted to see the ideals that they had and try to embrace them on that front. So that's the idea of trying to see the good. It's not always easy, and sometimes it's hard, especially with wicked people. Maybe you don't all the time have to do that, but you're bringing extreme examples. I'm talking about 99% of reality. It's try to find the good. That's how you can achieve peace.